Okay. So let's see. You were able to get the diamond. Someone was following you, went off into a side alley. Rena followed them. They said something to Rena. The rest of the party doesn't know, and attacked Rena. You guys all fought off the party that was attacking Rena, and then the guards showed up. You ran back to the temple. The cleric woman cast resurrection on Zaris. He's alive now. Um, Eric went into a frenzy state, so he's technically at level 2 exhaustion.
Level 2.
Yeah, you're at level 2
Why would I be level 2?
because everyone was already
at some point.
But
Everyone
I
should
slept
be-
on the way here, on the way to the cart or whatever.
No one was able to sleep though.
Yeah, he was back on the front. Yeah,
But
he
anyway,
was the only one who was not exhausted when we got here.
in the stream, I said that because of how the road was, no one was able to sleep.
Forget you. I've been like sleeping for what, 6 days now?
2.
Yeah, but you actually have a level 4 exhaustion.
No, he's got something else where it's like -4 to all ability checks or score or something, right? I'll look up the
I
spell.
thought that was
I'll read it in a second.
okay.
We said Rena was covered in blood from the attack. Zaris just woke up. It was a happy moment. And let's start from there.
Hooray, he lives again.
Hey guys.
Lucas is he's continuing to hug you from the last session.
Yeah, I'll have an arm wrapped around Lucas, the other arm kind of propping myself up so this way I don't fall on my back. Continuing to pat him on the back. How long has it been?
It's been 2 days.
Okay. 2 days isn't too bad.
Okay.
What
I'm just going to read off the spell real quick. The spell closes all mortal wounds, but it does not restore any missing body parts. If the creature... Okay, here it comes. Coming back from the dead is an ordeal. The target takes a -4 penalty to all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. Every time the target finishes a long rest, the penalty is reduced by 1. So 4 days of long rest, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, 24 hours of not doing anything would be 3 long rests, right? Because a long rest is 8 hours.
You can't long rest, then long rest, then long rest. It's like you have to wait a certain period.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang, I tried.
Yeah. It's like recovering in a hospital. You can't just stay in bed. They want you to move around a
Get up and walk.
bit.
Yeah. Essentially, you've been in a coma for 2
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
So you're pretty atrophied.
Yes. I imagine that this wasn't an easy task. How did you guys find the way to bring me back?
So you owe each of us about 400 gold pieces.
Did we use? Well, let me just grab my satchel. I mean, there's not a whole lot of money in there, but it'll at least be a somewhat start.
Yeah, we already went through that.
Trim pipe. We
We've
use
already-
your money.
You're basically indebted to us for life.
Okay. Well,
Hey, welcome back.
I mean, it's okay. I'm just glad that you're back. You don't have to pay
Yeah,
me.
Is that Trim speaking?
Yes.
Okay. This is something. I'm very thankful, and I look around. I'm very thankful for the opportunity.
Welcome
What?
back. I've prepared this list of job openings for you. Don't anytime. We'll just be garnishing about 50%.
What is the plan for now?
Sariana pipes in. I think you should go to the guards and report whatever attacked you, looking at Rena.
What attacked me?
Sariana looks towards the rest of the group.
I'm not helping her.
We just kind of look at each other like,
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
She
He just shows up covered in blood. We're used to this.
What time of day is it or night?
it is about mid-morning.
Morning. Okay. Let's see here. I turned to Abbott, and I motioned for Abbott to come a little bit closer, so this way I can kind of whisper to him.
Okay.
And so when you get close, I'll whisper, "Are we really out of money? Like none, not at all, nothing."
I'll just look at him and be like, I'm a monk. He's a monk. She's a barbarian.
Slash
You might have
class.
some money.
What'd you
We
say?
never had a lot of money.
I'm sorry. What was that last part? I couldn't hear.
We never had a whole lot of money to begin with. So,
What are you
I
talking
mean,
about? I'm no barbarian.
if you
She's a
if
cleric.
you have any contact like rich relatives,
I
we
mean,
could probably use a small loan to the party.
my
treasury.
dad's a toy maker, but that's about it. My mom's a baker. If you don't mind me asking, I don't mean to be rude, but why go through all that trouble?
Because we like you.
Because you could work and pay off your debts.
There we go. Let's go with that one.
And someday you may provide usefulness to us.
Mostly because, as far as we can tell, we can trust you.
Yeah. I'm feeling kind of tired, and I have a lot of thinking I need to do.
Lucas chimes in. It's we can rest at the Concord. They won't charge us if we don't mind sleeping outside.
I'm okay with that.
Is that the
Yeah,
tree?
poverty sleep. Homeless gang.
Is the Concord the tree thing?
Yes, the Concord is the tree thing. Lucas says.
Just as a reminder, that's when I had my wild episode of oh shit, I died. So I never actually went to the tree or talked to Lucas or any of them. I was in a bar getting drunk. Go figure. Right. Yeah, so this tree thing sounds pretty good, I think.
Wait, I forget. Are we back in Daggerford or
No, you are in Waterdeep. You are in
we did
Central
go,
Water.
okay, that's right. We did go to Waterdeep.
Yep. You're in the Temple of El Martyr. Currently in the room, it is the whole party, Lucas and Sariana. Sariana again presses is like, if there's a dangerous animal out, then you really should go to the guards. At least spread the word.
Okay, we'll
About
tell
what?
them on the way out.
Deception check.
Well, I can probably have ice.
Are these still at disadvantage because of exhaustion?
Yep, you haven't rested.
Okay. They are both 9s. And so 11.
All right, her insight. Okay, if you're sure.
And then I say that we think that we should let Zaris rest. And I look at Abbott and say, let's go have a drink.
Trim's like, no.
Don't worry, Trim. You can come too. You can have a drink as well. You're old enough.
We can't afford it.
Hearing this, I'll go ahead and pull out that lightning orb. Let me see if I can find what it was actually called. The storm orb. And I'll hand it to Abbott, and I'll say, you might be able to get some money for this. So please take it, sell it, and take care of yourselves for the night as best as you can.
I'll be like, all right, buddy. You sleep easy and don't let the bed bugs or go bite. But you might die if they do.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Just as a note and side note, not that Yaris will know this, that we are totally not going to be selling that. So I think I have like 5 gold pieces left. Nope, I have 1 gold piece left. Okay.
The party has 8 gold pieces left altogether, I believe.
Yeah. Well, I have 1 silver piece marked on my character sheet. So. Okay.
I think Trim was holding on. This is another reason why Trim needs to be here.
Let's spend her money.
Hooray! See if what could ever go wrong.
Okay, so you are helped from the bed and walked out of the room. You've never seen this room before, Zaris. There's a bunch of long tables. It's pretty well lit. Towards the end of the hall is a giant portrait of a balding man. He seemed to be heavily scarred and tortured, and like one of his legs is broken.
Okay.
Yeah. They keep leading you beyond that, and out the doors. You're leaning on Lucas. And once you get outside, he helps you into the cart. All right. So what does everyone else do? You just pile on?
Are we just going to find a place and let Zaris rest?
Let everyone rest.
Yeah, I think everybody needs to rest at this point.
Well, I
Almost
thought,
gang, sleep in the sewer.
or we can just sleep in the back of the cart and get cozy.
That's a
You
good
can
point.
try that.
Here. Let's
You can
take
definitely-
to the big tree area, and we can rest there still at least. And then we're in mostly familiar surroundings, and we don't have to really worry about anybody trying to mess with us or anything.
Well, and plus it's got it. I think it had a grassy area. We can just lay there.
Yeah, exactly. There should be plenty of space for us to be able to rest and get feeling better and whatnot.
nice to me.
There might even be like a little spring around the Rhea can take a bath in and not be all bloody anymore.
Oh yeah, are you guys walking outside before she cleans up?
Well,
She
I would
probably-
hope that she would clean up a little bit.
Can't be much to clean up, right?
You pulverized a guy.
In other words, no, not much.
Sounds
That'll
like
never
something for a shovel.
Hmm?
Sounds like something for a shovel.
I mean, you were pulverizing him into concrete, so lots of splatter. Real Gallagher moment.
It's China. They'll just use a pressure washer.
Sledge-o-matic.
Okay. So I guess you're all just getting in the cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll take something and drape around Rhea if she didn't clean up. That way she's not immediately recognizable.
Why would you worry about me being recognized?
I don't like big scenes. And at the moment, you might cause a big scene.
I don't see why.
That's because you haven't looked in the mirror.
Why would I need a mirror? Something wrong with me? Something wrong with my face?
Do you seek a reflective surface?
Oh, I'll look around real quick.
You're still inside, so at this point, so there's not any like major, or at least fancy wall hangings and stuff, and all the bowls are wooden and silverware is very old and kind of tarnished, so there's nothing really that can catch a reflective reflection as far as you can see on a quick glance. If you were to search for something, maybe.
No, I'm not that concerned about it. Just
Okay.
what's wrong? So I have something on my face?
You've got red on you.
Red. From what?
Yeah. You know how your hammer was kind of messy again?
I mean, yeah, it gets messy sometimes.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, only all over you this time.
Oh. Well, that happens.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that just happening randomly for no reason at all. But it tends to draw attention.
I mean, I haven't done anything wrong, so I don't see why it would be a problem.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just a gift from Eldeath. It happens. Sometimes, at first, I thought it was my own blood when it first happened, but I feel all right, so it can't be that.
No, I don't think it's your blood. I agree with you.
So yeah, I don't know where it could be from. Maybe it said it's somehow a miracle from Eldeath.
Is there a chance it could be the other thing?
What other thing?
Not a miracle from.
Well, I can't imagine anywhere I would have gotten blood from, other than my inside myself. But I don't feel woozy or blood loss. Just really tired, I guess. So we about to head out. What's the plan?
All right. So you guys get on the cart. Rena is not washing up. She doesn't think there's a problem. You guys make your way halfway.
Okay.
Huh?
Oh, I said I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay. You guys make your way halfway across town. When you hear a voice cry start to ring out, it's like a ting 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 ting. It's like crown guard looking for young elf and young woman seen together in alley brawl. Be on the lookout for young elf and young woman together.
Seems kind of like racial profiling.
That's actually what I was just thinking.
I mean, come
Maybe
on.
they'll be lucky. Maybe they'll be like, oh, nope, there's an old elf.
That's very non-specific. That's very, very broad.
Well, I'm gonna.
And it should stay that way too.
I'm gonna distance myself about 20 feet from the cart.
So you hop off the cart?
Yeah, I'll hop off the cart, and with my cloak, I shouldn't have any issues.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you have that thing.
Okay. As you're moving the cart across town, now that Finn is off the boat, you see a patrolling guard travel by. Let's see. Rena is not hiding, so they stop you in the middle of the street. One of them grabs the reins of your horse.
Rude.
And it says like, halt. We're on the lookout for 2 murder suspects. So,
Okay, and
have you seen a young man, elf, would be a teen, and a younger woman? And he looks over your group, and he spots Rena, still covered in blood.
well, there's the halfling, the tiefling, the human, and me. So, and what's his face? The other human. So, no, we've been working on reviving him all morning because we were hoping to defend a village and get a village back for a bunch of the village people. And our friend here died in that noble act. And yeah, so we had to rush back here, and we pretty much haven't been able to sleep in the past 2 days. And our friend is back with us. So all of us pretty much just need rest, and we'd appreciate it if you just let us keep on going.
So you haven't seen or know anything about this?
No.
Deception check. As he looks at Rena.
I got a 19. Sorry, I got a 16 and a 20. So obviously it's a 16. I'll let you know what the bonus is in a moment. I have to look it up. Do deception plus 2. So 18 and 22. So it'll be 18.
Well, as the woman is still sitting on the back of the cart covered in blood.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a gift from her god. Ask her, she'll tell you.
What did you say? Sorry, I couldn't hear you that.
Oh, I said that is a gift from her god. She does that randomly from time to time. It's really weird.
Deception check.
Is this
Come on, that's not even deceiving. That's true. From time to time, she's just
Fine.
randomly.
Fine.
There's no lie here.
Okay, that is a 17 and a 15. So it's a 17 total because it's a plus 2. So the
Total?
15 is. Yeah.
He walks. He has one of his fellow guards walk around to the back of the cart. It's like, would you mind stepping off, ma'am?
Oh, okay, sure. Why? What's up?
Would you mind coming with us down to the main barracks? We have a few questions.
Sure. What about? Any reason?
You got a lot of red on you, and you match the description of someone we were looking for.
If you want, sure. No reason not.
Okay. Uh, and the first guard looks all to you. It's like none of you leave town for now.
We'll
And
be at the big tree.
hmm?
So we'll be at the big tree.
Hmm. The guard lets go of the reins. Uh, he and the other guard then start escorting Rena back in the direction that you came.
Sure.
Okay. So what do you all do?
I'm keeping my distance at the moment.
We go to the big tree.
Okay.
Zaris is leaning weakly on the edge of the cart.
Okay. So Rena goes with the guards. And the rest of y'all make it to the tree. What does Finn do as far as the group?
I'm just following at a distance.
Following who?
The group.
Okay. Because Rena's going in a different direction. That's why I asked.
Right.
Right. Okay. So they walk you down to the barracks. We'll start with the group first.
Okay. So they walk us down.
No. The horses take you all to the Concord.
Uh-huh.
You all see that that familiar break in the buildings to see like that grove of trees, the apples, the peaches, the all the kinds of fruit trees that grow in this area. There's no clear path for the cart to go through,
Okay.
so you would have to leave that behind
Gotcha.
or take it to the
Okay.
stables or wherever.
Can we make a path?
If you start cutting,
We ask Zaris to help us make a path.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear any of that.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to just leave the cart on the on a busy highway with nobody with it, or a busy road with nobody
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I guess I'll stay with the cart, and you all can go in and rest, and then somebody can come out and relieve me, and at
Well,
least there's a physical presence on the cart.
I mean, maybe we can just get it to the stables, and then that way it's still being, somewhat taken care of.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with the idea, but they might charge us money.
We just helped. It was Lucas, right?
mm-hmm.
We just helped Lucas. I'm sure Lucas, because it's where Lucas, the druid area. Is Lucas kind of coming back to life?
He seems definitely more joyful than he was in the early morning. He's kind of fussing over Zaris. You know, it's like, oh, is this comfortable? Do you need like a pillow?
I would continue to be like, yes, I'm good. Everything's okay. I'm fine. I don't
Are
need.
you sure? Are you sure? Is your arm? Do you need? It's like your arm falling asleep.
It's okay, Lucas. I appreciate the concern, but I'm not dead now. I'm okay. Maybe a bit too early for jokes, but I'm okay.
Because I would think Lucas would kind of help us out on getting the cart situated and safe.
Out of game. Didn't you guys like lease the horses?
Yeah.
Did I make you guys do a deposit on that?
We did.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, because we were talking about originally paying the remainder so this way we could keep the horses.
Well, I thought our initial intent was we just weren't going to return them at all and not care.
Until you came back, and then you might have gotten in trouble.
Yeah.
So maybe getting the deposit back on these horses would be a better idea.
Does it have the same horses, or does it have its own horses?
So you got the cart as a reward from Succumber.
So basically, no, it's separate from the. It did not come with horses.
No.
How many horses does it take to draw the cart? 2?
Yes.
Guys, I'm going to kind of make a novel suggestion that would probably help us out at some point. Having a cart is kind of a good and big deal for us. It allows all of us to move relatively quickly.
Yeah.
It provides a mobile base of operations, literally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
If
gonna
we
step away for a glass of water. Sorry.
turn back in 2 of the horses and offer to use the deposit to outright buy the other 2 horses, because there's a 50% down or deposit that we have to do. We're still broke, but we own our own cart and we own 2 horses.
True.
Very true.
And she agrees too.
I'm
So,
back.
okay, that's what I'm thinking at the moment is if we do that, that way we have 2 horses and we have the cart. We're still kind of starting from scratch, but yeah, we still don't have much, well, really almost no gold. But again, we're traveling adventurers, so making gold is kind of what we do.
Right.
What we attempt to do.
Yes. I can see your point. Um, you know, I'm pretty indifferent about what we do with this cart at this moment.
I'm not there.
And neither is Ian.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
And neither is
I
Laura.
don't think I'm sorry. So I just think that it would kind of behoove us to hold on to the cart, because if we do come across loot, say a chest full of something,
Yeah.
carrying a chest full of something a couple of days really sucks compared to throwing it in the back of the cart and boogie on through.
Right.
And I mean, come on, this is Waterdeep. Somebody has something for us to do.
True.
So it might take us a couple of days, but we can re-earn our keep.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's my suggestion. I'll be right back. I have to find a little card.
Okay, so since I was gone for water, what was the plan for the cart? Are you guys going to you're going to keep it and 2 horses? Are you going to take the other 2 horses back?
Yeah, it sounds like that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
We're gonna attempt, I believe, to buy the rest of the horses, the 2 horses that we're keeping.
Okay. So the price on horses, just looking this up for later reference.
If I remember correctly, we had to put a 50% down deposit.
Yep.
So what we were thinking was take the 2 horses back, or take the 4 horses back. We get the deposit on the 2 horses back, and use that to pay for the other 2 horses.
Right.
Okay. Sorry, like I said, I stepped away, so I wasn't sure if that was. conveyed or not.
Yeah, sorry, I got some water. Is pretty warm where I am right now.
Understandable.
Okay. So, you split the party again?
Yeah, I hate to do.
Whoa,
Right.
you're the one who split the party this time, Logan.
I turn to Lucas and ask him, Lucas, is there anywhere that we can hitch up the horses where they'll be okay and be safe?
Lucas is he gestures towards the inside of the Concorde. So it's like, well, the beneath the Grantry is a pretty grassy area. They'll be fine there, and we could just tie them to a tree, I guess.
That may be a good idea.
What about
I
the
turn
cart?
to Abbott and say, what do you think?
I'm fine with that, but I'm worried about the cart figuratively walking off.
Is there much crime in the area?
You're here.
I don't steal things.
I'm here.
Okay, you might steal things. But if there's, you know, because does I think Lucas should know if there's a risk of the cart.
Is there a chance that Lucas would be able to talk to a couple of the people here in the Concordant, and they would be willing to kind of watch over the cart while we all rest?
You'd have to keep like the cart in the city stables. There's not a lot of room on the inside of the walls. It's amazing that this Concord exists at all, considering the amount of
Okay.
ground it takes up. But as far as like keeping something overnight and guaranteeing that it doesn't walk off, at least for a cart or a horse, you need to stable it.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to get around the thing, guys. We're going to need to go see the stable then.
Yep.
I mean, you could just leave it somewhere, and it might still be there. But
Yeah, that might.
How much would it cost to stable the horse? Or to stable everything? I turn to Lucas asking him that, assuming he may know.
Well, yeah. Now that we're back, he's got lots. He should have lots of friends here.
Hopefully. Give me just a moment. I'll be right back again.
Do we think that maybe he can pull us a favor?
I mean, possibly. I mean, we did go and help him out with a minor orc situation.
I'm right here.
Yeah, so I turn to Lucas and say, Lucas, do you know of anybody that can maybe do us a favor and stable them for at least a little bit?
I can bum some money off Roxio, I guess.
That would be much appreciated.
Here, come on. And he lifts you off the cart. It says, it's like, we'll walk inside and we'll try and get some money.
That sounds like a good idea.
They're not going to let me live this one down.
What's up?
Oh, just went off probably considerably half-cocked. You died, and I come back asking for money.
Well, I mean, I don't got much, but I got this armor I'm wearing that's worth about 45 gold. Perhaps we can sell it. And then maybe that'll help be a good start.
I'll just ask Roxy's. Let's just get inside. So,
Okay.
Zaris and Lucas start to head in towards the Concorde. Uh, does anyone stay with the cart?
Well, are we taking the cart with the horses to try and swap or return two of them?
You're trying to return two of the horses, and you'll need to stable the cart and the two horses that you want to buy, unless you put them in the Concord
Okay, but we have to wait to see if Lucas can get money first.
to see if you can stable the cart.
Okay.
Because there's not really a path that the cart can go through to get to the inside of the Concord.
Okay, so I guess Trim and I can stay on the cart. What is Abbott gonna do?
Like I said, I was fine with Abbott staying on the cart.
Okay. Well, then the three of us can stay at the cart while Zaris and Lucas try and get some money so we can stable everything.
I'll go with Lucas and Zaris.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
All right, so it's just me, Lucas, and Abbott going
Yep.
to the tree, right?
Yep.
Okay,
You're
so
walking underneath this dense canopy. It's a very pleasant feeling after as the sun continues to rise.
And it's a great day to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
as we're walking, now that it's just the three of us, Zaris is going to have a conversation with Lucas and Abbott. Logan, would it be possible for you to do that whisper thing so that way I can speak with Abbott?
I don't think that I can have it secret conversation between. Hold on.
I thought you could do it.
Oh,
Guess you can.
I guess he figured it out.
And we won't be able to go back and hear what he said on the stream.
No. I would just text him if I had to. But... Give me the drink real quick while they're doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So,
Can everyone hear me now?
Yep.
Yep.
all right.
Okay. Because since Ian is the one who's streaming, and you kind of need to be here for that. Otherwise,
It doesn't go across.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what Eric and I were talking about.
Okay. So as we're
Poor Eric.
walking, actually, what I'm going to do is do one thing on my end real quick. So as we're walking, Zaris is going to turn to Abbott and say, I deeply apologize for everything you all had to have gone through to make this happen. I feel really troubled, and Abbott, I feel closer to you compared to all the others that we've been journeying with, and I value your opinion. I want both your and Lucas's advice on how do you feel like we should continue, and how do you feel like I should continue with the group?
Wait, what?
Well, we didn't bring you back for nothing, so you know. I think that you should stick around and stay with the group. As far as how the group should continue, people always have jobs for us. We've worked together in the past, and we work well together. We don't always complement each other, but we also don't typically get in fights with each other either. Somehow that worked. I'm sorry, Eric.
Why do you all have speech bubbles in your top right corner of your picture except me?
Oh, because you were part of the whisper.
What?
So,
Like, I don't have the speech bubble thing on mine, but you do.
Now I've got it
So
on
it's just saying.
everybody's except
Yeah.
mine.
here, hold on.
What's going on?
There we
Okay,
go. We're
There
back.
we go.
so technically, I had whispered everyone.
Ah,
Wow, that sort of defeats the point of
that's
whispering.
interesting.
Yeah, because Ian needed to listen, and if Ian's listening, then Eric should be listening, and we're just not going to meta it.
I was getting a drink for a moment there, so I have no idea what's going on.
Eric
What you
wasn't listening
drinking?
at all.
All right. So I think that we should pretty much carry on, more or less, the way that we've been carrying on. Obviously, if we didn't value you as a team member, we would not have gone to the trouble of trying to make sure to bring you back to be with us. You know, crap,
Yes.
I can't remember his name. Here's Lucas. Um, Lucas might have done it on his own, but if we didn't value you as a valuable team member, we would not have helped him. Or we would have been like, oh, cool, we made it to the city, but ignore the group. Beyond that, I think it's kind of one step at a time thing. Let's see what comes our way. Apparently, from the sound of it, there's a really good chance that more orcs could come from where those other ones came from.
Yeah. You know, Abbott, to be honest with you, the thing that and I know I haven't been back long, but the thing that keeps popping in my mind is I'm not like you. I'm not like Triss. I'm not like Flynn. Um, I still have parents, and you know they expect for me to come back to them, and that's something I also have to consider is you know how young I am, and you know no parent ever wants to bury a child, and my parents came incredibly close to that. And in fact, if it wasn't for you all, yes, they would have actually had to have done that.
Well, good thing we were there. Don't let it happen again.
I pat Abbott on the back and say, I will do my best.
And also, next time, if you see me go down, get me back up before I go down again.
I mean, I think I've done a fairly decent job of that in most of our encounters.
Yeah. Only takes once to drop the ball.
Yeah.
You do the killy, I do the killy. Let's keep it to that, yeah?
Well, I'm not much of a healer. And honestly, Rena being our cleric, I imagine she's probably, even though she's a really good attacker, I imagine she's also probably a little bit better of a healer than I am.
Okay, maybe you do some of the killy. And, yeah.
The flaming sword was very impressive, Zaris.
Impressive,
Okay,
but not effective.
Without character, that was a pretty cool idea and a pretty good play. It was not something I would have thought of doing. Hey, can you cast that on other people?
What?
The flaming sword thing?
Let me double check that as I ponder really hard about the flame sword or flame blade spell. No, the spell seems to only materialize itself into my free hand. And the moment I let go, it disappears. But I can.
What a shame. Yeah. We've got just, spit fire once. That was fun. Thinking, it might be really fun to fight with a flaming sword for once.
Well, I imagine some places may sell such items that may be able to assist with that.
But for that, we need money, which means we gotta get our asses back to work, which means you gotta rest up and take it easy for a couple of days.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, so you guys get to the tree. Um, Lucas is able to put you into a room. Uh, he tells you to sleep if you can. He actually puts you in his room. To be honest, perfectly clear.
Okay.
Yeah. He disappears. What's Abbott doing in this time while Lucas goes to get money?
Um, I guess I'm following Lucas because, I would like to sleep too, but I don't have a room.
He's like, sorry, the tree's only so big. Oh God, I spilled water all over myself.
Yeah.
Duh.
That's
Is there a spot that I
That's a
could,
weird thing to say at this moment.
like a nap? Like 4 hours. That's it.
we have a lot of nice trees outside, and you don't mind sitting under there. You'll probably find one of our members there. It's a purple tiefling, Torga.
Cool. Okay, and with that, I'm gonna head off to find the tree to take a nap for about 4 hours. And just to let you know, after that happens, I will be going to relieve um, Ben and Trim so they can also rest as they need to.
Okay. Um,
Well, and we're just chilling out on the cart, probably sleeping too.
no, it's only been a few minutes at this point. So,
Yeah.
so you go to sleep underneath the tree. Lucas go get money from Roxy. That doesn't have to be RP. None of you are there. Then he comes back outside and he gives the money to Trim and Finn. He says, like, I have to run back in and take care of Zaris. Go ahead and stable the horses, and if you want, I'll take the other two right now as well.
Let's see. I can't remember. Is it Trim? Trim's the one that had the animal handling, wasn't it?
Trim's the one that had the what?
Animal handling.
She has something for navigation land vehicles.
Yeah, she was the one who was best at driving the cart.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will ride with her as we then stable the cart and the horses.
Okay. You get down there. You see the familiar red-haired with it's called pigtails, I believe, with the red flaming red hair, pigtailed half orc running the stables. You met her before.
Yep.
She says, "Oh, so you brought them back with the cart."
Well, because Lucas has the other two horses he's returning. So technically, wouldn't he be with us as well?
I thought Lucas was gonna tie up the horses because you wanted to keep those at the Concord.
Well, we need to take all 4, and we're getting 2 back. So all 4 are going back, but we're using the deposit from 2 of them to buy the other 2.
Oh, okay. I mean, essentially, you could just
Yeah, but then the cart would be stuck out there, and yeah.
yeah. You explain it to her, and she's like, we're okay. Think that'll work out. Do you want the bay or the chestnut?"
I'm just gonna let Trim decide. She knows more about horses.
Trim picks the chestnut.
Okay.
Because it's free.
She looks over the animal. It's fairly good and strong, but it does have a more beautiful look.
Good. I would hate for our horse to have low charisma.
Yeah, Trim would never allow that.
Oh, that was great.
Okay.
Yep,
So
I think
if
somebody
you wish
did.
to use a stable to keep your cult locked and safe, it would be about a gold piece per week.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely do that because how much did Lucas give us?
He gave you about 10 gold
10
pieces.
gold.
I
Okay.
told you to bring back the change.
All right. So we'll stable them for now, and I'll just pay for the week.
Okay. So now you have 9 gold pieces of Roxu's money. Uh, and I assume you just head back up to the Concord. You meet there.
Yep.
Okay. Let's cut over to Rena.
The bell.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. So, Rena, um, you were escorted by 2 guards, one with a thick walrus mustache, the other one looked fairly young. The They lead you to their main barracks. First, it's through a courtyard. You a quick glance can tell that it's been fortified. This also appears to be like a jailhouse. Uh, they take you inside the door, uh, and as you walk in across the yard, you see some more guards. They seem to be training against wooden dummies. Some are firing arrows into targets. There's a fair amount of activity going on right now.
Hmm.
He says, "Would you mind walking walking through that door, please, ma'am?" He points to a barred iron door.
Sure. Why not?
All right, you walk inside. It's a very simple room. There's a wooden table and a couple of chairs on opposite sides of the table. There doesn't appear to be any other exit besides the door that they just led you into. And he says, like, if you would just wait here, that'd be very appreciated. We'll try to get you out of here. Would you like something to drink or to wash your face?
Oh yes, lovely. I'd appreciate it.
Okay. All right, we'll be right back now.
I guess I just take a seat and just kick my feet.
Well, at least
Okay.
they're polite jailers.
Well, right now, they're just brought her down to ask a few questions. Okay. You're in there for, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You're starting to get a little bit, where are these? Around the 30-minute mark, another figure walks in. He seems to be wearing similar to a guard uniform, but it's a little more ornate. He doesn't seem to be wearing like the basic chainmail. He appears to have like a breastplate. On the breastplate is the embossed sign of Waterdeep.
Just sort of look at him, and I guess I tilt my head. Just like, what's up?
Yeah. To further describe this guy, he's got a sandy blonde hair. He's got a well trimmed facial hair. It's a mustache and goatee. He's got brown eyes. And as he walks in, he's like, "Hello. What is your name? Just for the record, please." As he sits down at the table and rolls out a scroll with some ink.
The name's Rena.
Any last name?
No, just Rena.
Okay, just Rena. Now, allow me to introduce myself. Uh, my name is Glarbursk, and I'm the head I guess you could say inquisitor around here. I ask the questions to the potential suspects of crimes, and if I determine there's nothing wrong, you can go along your ways. Does that sound reasonable to you?
Fine by me, I guess.
Okay, okay. Well, first we'll start out with something simple. Just to get to know each other a little bit. So how long have you been in Waterdeep?
I think only like a day or two now.
Okay. And do you have any friends in Waterdeep? Do you have any enemies? Anyone that would want to be targeting you, or
I
you want
can't
to
think of
target
myself.
them?
Not. I can't think of anyone I would call an enemy. Eldad teaches us we need to love everyone.
Hmm. So I'm about to do something here. Um, would you be opposed if we did a little test?
Don't
What,
do
what,
it. It's a
what kind of test?
You're not there.
Metagaming pigeon.
Just a test to determine the truth in things.
Well, I'm not usually good at taking tests. I was never really good at all the clerics in the temple used to get mad at me because I didn't always pass.
Oh, don't worry. This one's very easy to pass. So I'll even know some of the answers if to help you along.
Okay.
Okay, so he pulls out like a small patch, a small pouch of from his waist pocket. He opens it up, and inside is like some little bit of sand, and he spreads it out on the table, and he takes his fingers and he starts to draw in it, and he mutters some words under his breath, and you feel like this little wave of energy like permeate out from the sand. And can you make a charisma saving throw?
Okay. It's probably not going to be very good, but there we go. 1 second. Find my charisma stat. Get a taking lower the two, I get a 16. Plus
16.
1, so 17.
You feel like the wave of energy that it's like it tried to envelop you, but it just seems to dissipate before like completely surrounding you. He has a giant frown on your face, on his face, and he says, I thought we said you wanted to take the test."
What? I didn't say I didn't want to take the test. What do you?
Well, I'm gonna try this again. Just don't resist this time. Is that all right?
What am I trying to not resist?
I'm just casting a little spell here. It'll determine if you're telling lies or truth.
No problem by me, I guess.
Okay, so he like scatters the sand, scratching out the words, piles it up again. He says, now before I do this, oh, not the doggy. Now before I do this, it's like you can't resist it. Okay.
I'm not trying to resist anything, to be honest.
Okay. Basically, just if by not you gotta by when I say not resisting, you choose whether or not to automatically fail the saving throw.
Okay. Although, just to be kind of funny, I kind of want to just beat it again.
All right.
just for shits and giggles.
All right. He does similar motions over the sand that he did before. He mutters the same words, and as the wave of energy emanates from the sand and begins to envelop you again. Charisma saving throw.
Okay. Well, I get a 2.
Okay. Yes, that fails. Okay. Is your name Rena? All right, let me read this spell so that way you know what it is. Zone of Truth. You create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails its saving throw.
Okay.
An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such creatures can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, first question, easy question. Is your name Rena?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Were you in Waterdeep this morning?
Yes.
Were you involved in an altercation in an alley on 12th Street?
You define altercation for me. And this is out of This is out of character.
Altercation as in some kind of event or, a fight.
No, I was not.
You were not involved in a fight.
Nope.
I mean, you look
that
at
strictly believes against violence.
a noisy argument or disagreement, especially in public.
Okay. No, I was not part of any of those.
Were you present in 12th Street this morning?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know where 12th Street is.
I honestly, this is like my first time being in this city, I think.
It's your second.
Second time being in this city ever. So I guess so.
Were you traveling with a young elf?
Oh yes, I traveled with a couple different people.
But specifically, were you traveling with a teenage elf?
I think he's teenage? I don't know. Didn't really ask his age. But yeah, I traveled with an elf, I traveled with a tiefling. What is Zaris's race again?
Tiefling.
Yeah, I traveled with a drow. Yeah.
Was this young elf capable of casting darkness?
Had I ever seen him cast darkness before?
No.
No.
Yes. You cast it in the Blushing Bride.
Oh, yeah, I think so, probably.
Well, wait. Which time was that?
Didn't you cast darkness, or was that Zaris? I can't remember. It's so long ago.
I have never cast darkness. I have cast Pass Without a Trace, but that's about it.
I cast it in the chateau in.
You casted it in the mansion as well.
Yeah, the mansion in Daggerford.
Mm-hmm.
I cast
Was I there though?
But you weren't in that. You weren't in the.
The only time
you
that I
guys
can
were
think
dying
of
in the mansion
where
or-
Rena may have cast it, or Rena may have seen it being cast, was when you guys were in the secret waterway underneath the Blushing Bride.
Oh, but Rena was raging at that point.
Was that when we were in the big fight in the bar?
No.
Yeah.
Wait. Was that the
Oh, wait.
was that the bar where we fought the half dragon dude or whatever?
This is
Yeah.
why recording our sessions are so important.
Logan,
Huh?
was this when we got in that big fight underneath with the bar with the lizard dude?
Yeah.
Then no, I wouldn't I wouldn't remember that because I was raging.
Raging,
So no, as far as I know, I've never known him to.
Hmm.
This is why Rena is the perfect witness.
Amnesia gang.
Hmm. How did you get all that blood on you?
I don't know. This is gonna pop up as the truth.
You designed the perfect killer, Eric. Congratulations.
Could pass any lie detection test.
Hmm. Have you witnessed this elf commit violence
Oh, violence? Yeah, of course.
against
Violence
who?
all the time. Like we were fighting a bunch of orcs just before we came here. We're settling a dispute over some land orcs had moved in. That was a whole. That's why we're actually here in this town to help revive our friend and bring him back to life because he died in that fight.
Hmm. Can you give a name for this elf friend who was apparently with you?
What's your character's full name, Ian?
Finn.
You
Oh,
could
so
just answer no.
Finn.
Okay.
I don't know his last name.
Hmm. I will be reaching out to you again. Where would I find you?
Well, we were off to go find a place to sleep because we're newly broke, so we're basically homeless at this point.
Oh, you're looking for work?
We just spent a lot of money on getting a gem to revive our friend back to life. So I don't know if we need work because usually shit finds us as it tends to go.
Well, if you were looking to do something for the state, maybe I could think of something.
Oh, can I be a guard like you guys?
If you pass the tests.
Oh, I'm not very good at tests.
Oh, you're doing just fine. Do you know where your elf friend is now?
Did I know what the name of that bar we were gonna go? Wherever we were gonna go to?
The bar?
Do I know it, or did they
No.
say it while I was there? Or did they plan that after I had been pulled aside?
To my knowledge, they said that they were going to go to the Concord.
Oh, yeah, we were going to the Concord. I don't really know where that is or what.
You see, like this guy just like rub his temples at the name of the Concord.
Is that name supposed to mean something?
Mm. Um. All right, he's in the Concord. That's great.
What's the Concord?
Oh, you don't know the Druids?
No, I said the second time being in the city.
Well, it's a beautiful place, right on the northwestern side of town. Uh, Run by a bunch of crazies, if you ask me. It's like they got some old kind of grandfathered in deal of, some kind of sovereignty on the actual Concord itself. So that might be in here. I don't know.
Oh man, I really want to find a way to quote Die Hard now. Diplomatic immunity.
That's not Die Hard. That's Lethal Weapon.
I thought that was one of the Die Hards.
No, it's Lethal Weapon.
They're all basically blended in the same.
80s action got an 80s action, I guess.
Okay. So I don't really know where that is. We were kind of just following this one guy who said he knew where it was. But then you took me away from him.
You know, I could give you an escort if you wouldn't mind introducing some of my friends to your friend.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it. Which friends? I have a couple of friends.
Finn. Finn was his name, right?
That's one of my friends' name.
Yeah, just introduce my friends to your friend, and we'll show you the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry, it's nothing to worry about. We just need some questions answered.
Oh, he usually doesn't like to talk too much, but
Oh, I
yeah, he
can make
looks
him talk.
friendly.
Don't worry.
That doesn't sound very nice.
Oh no, I'm a nice guy. Did they ever bring you that water?
Oh, I don't
Oh,
think they
it's like
did.
he leans back in his chair and knocks on the door. Tung, tung, tung. It's like water. It's like here they come. They'll get you coming. Don't worry about this. We'll get all this wrapped up. No, don't worry your head, Rena. It's like we'll take you to the Concord. It's just we'll just need to talk to your friend a little bit too.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's like he stands up and he opens the door as another guard comes in with a big cup of water for you and sets it down on the table. It's like just give me a few moments and I'll get something together for you. Don't worry about
Okay. Did I ever get his name, Logan?
it. He did tell you, but let me because I don't remember it. His name was Glar Bursk.
Laura Bursk. Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Bursk.
Oh, you're very welcome, Miss Rena. And he walks out of the room. A couple of standard guards come in. They says like, "Come on," and they start escorting you in that direction.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Okay. So cutting back to the horses. Uh, Now it is Trim on one horse, Finn on another horse, and they're headed to the Concord. Excuse me.
Cool.
Huh?
Nothing. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So you arrive before the at roughly the same time as Rena does, and she's flanked by two guards.
Hi.
Well, as soon as I see that, I'm going to slide off the horse and try and slip away.
So you're just leaving the horse unattended?
Well, no, I'll give Trim the reins and slip off.
She's like, she's juggling the two reins. She's like, Finn, what are you doing?
I said, just take this.
And you
Don't
dash.
mention me.
What'd you say, David? I missed that.
I said, don't mention me.
Oh god, now I have to role play Trim in a guard situation.
Oh no. Just remember sleep.
Sleep.
Now you get to
Oh,
fully experience what it's like to have a multi-personality disorder and have arguments with yourself. Or schizophrenia if you prefer that one.
Or we could just stop right here and let Laura pick it up.
If that's what y'all want to do.
That might
Nah,
not be a good idea. We've
What'd you
managed
say?
to have a person without Laura, without anybody actually getting arrested or dying or killing anybody.
Yet.
The night's still young, and we do have some guards coming after looking for Finn with Rena already.
That's why we need to wait for Laura.
And Rena's just handing me there with and a platter going, here you go.
To be fair, though, as much as Eric probably does not want to do that, Rena would totally do that.
Yep.
I mean, if you like, I can role play for. Well, who is it?
Trim.
Trim. There you go. I don't know why my
I
name.
just want to meet my friends.
Okay, so the guards and Rena spot Trim now pulling two horses. Or riding one horse, pulling the other horse. Did the sound cut out?
No.
No, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, sorry. I thought Eric was going to say something.
Just wave hello.
Trim, like,
See them all there? Or...
Trim very awkwardly waves, like, while holding the reins.
It's like, that one's Trim. That one's Zaris.
Zaris is gone.
No, Zaris is gone.
Yeah, Zaris is like sleeping in the.
He's asleep in Lucas's room inside the grand tree.
Oh, okay. So which ones do I see again right now?
Hey,
Can
how
you
long
do a
does that
stealth check for me, Finn?
Do what?
Stealth check.
Still. Alright, so that is a. With my +6, that is a 14.
Okay. Yeah, they don't see you slip away. Unless Rena does.
No, probably not.
Are you looking in the correct direction for them?
Got a 9. That's my highest.
No. Okay. The guards escort Rena up to Trim.
Oh, hey Trim. Yeah, they brought me back.
That's good.
Yeah.
No trouble, right?
No trouble. They just asked a bunch of questions.
Hmm.
Wait, do you any chance know where Finn is by any chance?
No. All right, now I'm gonna have to deception check. Okay, so Trim's dice was actually higher. This is like, I guess he was just somewhere in the market. I haven't seen him since since yesterday.
Since yesterday. But didn't we just see him not long ago? Didn't we just see him there? What, he was with us when they took me off the cart.
He jumped off the cart before they got there.
Yeah, but he was there with it. It was with us very shortly before.
I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, sorry guys, I don't know where he's at.
Can you at least give a very detailed description? We'll start looking ourselves.
Well, he's an elf, and
You're a wood elf, right? What exactly does your character look like? Does the picture that we're using pretty much match
we have a picture.
the token?
I guess. I mean, he's what? I think it was 5'8", something like that. I mean, it can, but probably shorter hair.
Like a buzz cut?
Yeah.
Okay.
But of course, lately I've always had the cloak over my head.
Mm-hmm. You'll be pretty hard to find in the city. At least
He's
by
about to
hmm?
call.
With red eyes. Or no, it was black eyes.
Yeah. Okay. This is like the guards say. Well, I guess no one just. We'll have some questions
I'll
for
have to
you later.
refresh. Give me a moment.
What'd you say, David?
Yes,
He has to refresh.
Oh, okay. The guards say to Rena that they'll probably have some questions for her later, and that she should not leave town.
You say so.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
How long do I have to stay in town for? I thought we might have plans to move on.
Just if you are planning to leave town, tell the guards first.
Well,
How about that? Is that all right? Does that work?
well, are you gonna stop me when I try to?
It depends on how the investigation's going.
Okay. What do you say?
All right. Have a good day. And the two guards walk off.
All right. After they're out of sight, I'll come. I'll stealth my way back in to where everybody's at.
Okay.
Oh,
So
you are
the group of now three of Trim, Finn, and Rena.
And because we don't know where Abbott is yet, do we?
Last you saw him, he was going into the Concord.
Okay, but we don't know where he went to lay down.
You don't even know if he's laying down.
Okay. Well, and I'm assuming. Well, I'm just gonna go and find a spot, kind of off, and I'm going to start my meditation, kind of in the foliage outside area, in with the trees.
So, towards the edge, or are you heading in towards the grassy area?
No, I did toward from the I'll be in the conclave, but in the outside edge where I'll kind of meld into the foliage. I'll
Uh-huh.
I'll take Trim with me so that she can lay down, and if Rena follows us, she follows us, and then we'll try and rest there.
I kind of want to be in the actual tree, the big tree. See if those rooms that they had carved into it, illuminated by the moss, were really neat. And you know, oh, just not gonna try and be an, sorry, just bye. And she starts walking.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm just gonna go and go ahead and sit kind of in the foliage
Okay.
and meditate, do my meditation thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, sleeping, sleeping. Uh, this is in the morning.
Is
Okay,
it still
and
morning?
what?
I said, is it still morning?
It's like mid to late morning
Gotcha.
because, like, maybe you're hitting 11 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
What is Rena doing?
most of us haven't slept for a day and a half or something like that.
I figured I would go with them.
Who? Trim or uh,
Finn.
Finn.
Trim.
Okay. You follow Trim. You pass underneath the thick canopy of trees. You actually see sleeping in one of the branches a purple tiefling snoring quietly. She has a raccoon curled up on her chest.
Huh. Okay. Weird.
You keep walking on, and you eventually get to the grand tree. It's towers above you, 300 feet in height, and immediately below it in the surrounding
Can you all
area.
hear me?
Yes, you're fine.
Yes.
Hear you okay? A little quiet, but still okay.
Okay.
There's the grand tree, and widespread branches. It's a incredibly ancient oak tree, and at the very bottom of it, you see Push. He seems to be doing some kind of like styled uh, movements, like very slow and deliberate.
Okay. It's been weird. So I guess my first priority is gonna be looking for a place to stay, sleep,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
because I'm tired as fuck.
Okay. Technically, you could just find a spot on the ground if
Okay.
you really wanted, but Trim like walks up to the opening between the tree roots to try and find a room to sleep in.
I'll just go sleep out in the woods,
Okay.
surrounding area. I'm used to it.
Okay. Trim disappears up into the tree trunk. She eventually finds Lucas's room because he left the door ajar. He sees he's still tending to Zaris. He doesn't technically need to because all your wounds were healed, but he
Yeah.
just doesn't seem to want to leave your bedside. She eventually finds like a empty room in one of the giant hollowed out branches and just curls up in a corner. And Rena goes to sleep. So everybody sleeps.
Yay.
Okay. Now, for the elves, the point of trance is that it is that it is not a dreaming sleep. So theirs passes uneventfully. Zaris, you've been dead for close to a day and a half, so you're just really exhausted and sleep.
Sounds good.
Trim has a terrible nightmare involving fire and raging orcs. And Rena,
Yeah. I just
you're
sleep really
you're
hard.
walking through a familiar forest. It's the one that you used to call home. Pleasant sunshine uh, illuminates the ground and gives you a sense of uh, completeness. A gentle breeze shifts the branches and they scrape over each other. You walk into a clearing, and in the middle of that clearing is a standing pond that a small waterfall feeds into. In the very center, facing away from you, is a dark haired woman wearing a green dress.
I approach her.
Okay. You walk up you, you get to the very edge of the standing pond. Do you go any further? Because she is standing in the center.
I try to call out for
What do you say?
her. Hello.
The wind picks up a little bit as you call out. An ethereal feminine voice replies, Rena,
Oh, yeah.
A war rages within you.
Oh, I don't know anything about war.
She turns around and she has a very kind face and a gentle smile towards her. It's like, Rena, you must face yourself and your transgressions.
What do you mean? I don't remember. I don't think I did anything. What transgressions do I need to face?
The smile kind of fades away as the once clear blue sky turns to a much darker tone, shifting to red. You must find peace within yourself if you wish to bring peace to others. The water begins to darken and bubble, and the woman's form begins to shift.
Well, that's ominous.
Uh,
I,
Eventually, this her shifting shape liquefies, and she falls into the water. The water begins to boil and rage and erupts violently, overflowing its edges. It hits you with a tidal wave. You're lifted off your feet, and you begin to tumble over and over. You try to claw and fight and try to get to the surface to get air. Can you make a save for me? I gotta look this up one more time.
this is a trippy fever dream.
A wisdom save.
A wisdom save. Wait, do I still have exhaustion at this point?
I'll just say yes.
Okay.
It's save though, so you shouldn't have to.
Well, it doesn't apply then anyway.
Yeah.
15.
Okay. Go pull up my notes again. Uh, you lose your breath and your vision fades to black. You awaken in a cold sweat. You're in the Concord. The cold hard ground beneath you. You look around. There's no one else around.
Oh, that's a trippy dream. I'm pretty sure that was Eldath. You know, the whole waterfall of Eldath and the pool of Eldath and the woman and yeah, trippy. Well, what could she possibly? What could she possibly mean? What do I need to atone for? Oh, is it the next day or is it like middle of the night?
Oh, you guys fell asleep in the morning. You're probably gonna wake up at night.
Oh,
Literal
well, gotta love those kind of days.
me too. Oh my god.
What'd you say, David? David?
David.
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 He
Dobby.
said, "Oh my god," but I don't know what about.
Oh no, the SWAT team broke in.
That's the quietest SWAT team I've ever heard.
That's why they're the good SWAT.
David.
Anyway.
Okay. Carrying on, I guess I rejoin everyone.
Okay. We'll say that everyone is able to get the rest of their night's sleep and meet up in Lucas's room. Zaris feels 1 point better,
Gotcha.
and still not great.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Everyone wakes up feeling long rested, and let's see. And as you're inside this room, you've been inside Push's room before. It's very similar to that one, but it seems a little bit smaller.
Okay. And now it's in the middle of the night.
It's late evening. You guys slept
Okay.
8 hours.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I might have misheard that. Did you say we're already in another room or something?
You're in Lucas's room.
Which was where you were
Okay.
sleeping.
Yes. Is Lucas still around?
He is right now.
Okay. I asked Lucas. Lucas, can you do me a favor?
What's the favor?
I imagine at this point, because I was sleeping, I would have taken off my armor anyway.
Yeah.
Can you go and take my armor, and if there's any place that you know of that may still be open in these hours, try and sell it for a little bit of money. We need something to kind of start us off, and I think I've learned my lesson about being on the front lines. So I may hold out a little more in the back in the future, but they've already given up so much, so I need to pay them back some way.
Sure. I mean, I'm sure I can find an all-nighter place, but the mainstream places would be open in the morning.
Okay. I mean, it could probably do better to wait till morning. And I don't think, if anything, we can always cast Goodberry, and that'll at least hold everybody off nutrient-wise for a while in case people are hungry.
Well, we're in the middle of the conclave. I mean,
That's true.
I'm sure they'd have things to eat.
Yeah, well, Zarus is a little delirious from, just being revived from the dead and all. Where is everybody else nearby?
Everyone in the party is in the room.
Oh, they're in the room with Lucas and I?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Of course, we may not all be here.
No, I'm here with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me see here. Zara starts rummaging through his bags and asking how everybody is feeling.
Good now.
Okay. Have we thought of a plan as far as what to do next?
No, because the only plan we really had was to take care of the orcs, and we already took care of the issue in Daggerford. And
Who are the people that attacked Rena?
People attacked me?
I don't know, but they're not there anymore.
One less than the other.
I don't remember being attacked by anything.
Well, that's because you were looking the other way.
Eric, out of game question.
Yes.
So when Rena goes into a rage, is there like a 10-second like prelude to what she remembers? It's like, is it raging and then everything after rage is forgotten, or is it like this is the rage point and this is the round before it? She also forgets that.
I mean, she would forget anytime she felt threatened.
Oh.
Under whatever triggered her rage would be forgotten.
She felt threatened when she got hit with a rock?
Yes. If I hit you with a rock, you'd feel pretty threatened too.
Depends on the size of the rock.
We'll say that this big rock was big enough.
If If I throw it
As
hard,
far as
it's not really gonna matter.
the only time that she might have raged without being put to sleep afterwards would have been in the fun house.
No, you weren't put to sleep when the guard, before the guard showed up, when you were pulverizing that guy.
No, remember we undid that, didn't we?
No, yeah, you're right. All right, sorry. I forgot the session. You're right. She was pulverizing the guy. The guard showed up, and then sleep was cast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I thought we changed that to the guard or not that the what was it?
Because it wears off after there's no hostiles or if she does not take damage.
Right. She lost the rage, so we ended up not casting sleep, but we were still seen by the guards.
Oh, I thought we still okay.
I'll be so happy when we don't have to internet anymore.
We will all be, Logan. We are sharing in that struggle with you. All right, so
I mean, the guy was following us, right? Was it for the diamond?
They were following Rena for some reason.
I thought he was following us.
was
Well,
he following Rena specifically?
No, he was following the group, and then Rena turned around and said hello, or hello there, something to that effect. And then the guy walked off, and Rena followed the guy and went down the alley.
Okay.
So it sounds like we're not entirely sure exactly why they were following anybody.
No, we aren't. We just know that we took care of it once Rena got hit.
We don't have a hit out for us still, do we?
I mean, the best way to cancel a hit is to cancel the contractor.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Didn't we already do that? Wasn't the hit brought on by the mayor?
I thought we killed them all, but maybe we didn't. He had friends in the city.
Unless there's maybe a messenger that's giving out these bounties that hasn't been made aware of the fact that he's been killed.
Could be.
That'd be funny, actually.
This is when Trim's notes would be very helpful. You guys remember what you found in the waterway underneath Blushing Bride?
Yeah, but I thought so. We found the thing that was linking to Lord Byron, and we found the notes about capturing small creatures and
Yeah,
forcing
the
them to
inventory
look
type
at
list.
them.
Mm-hmm.
What am I forgetting? Is there something I'm forgetting?
I don't think so.
You also found the steel and iron. No, the silver and iron, my bad.
Oh my god, we still have the silver and the iron. We forgot about that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good though.
Yeah, and you took it to a smith who seemed to recognize that it was not marked.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not completely out of money.
Yeah.
Did he end up buying it from us? I don't remember.
I think he bought like maybe an ingot or two. I don't think he bought a whole lot from us because he was afraid that if he bought so much, then it could be traced to him as like having illegal goods or something like that.
Yeah, and so he was going to take it, but at a greatly reduced price.
Yeah, it was just enough to let us get some gold or something in our pockets.
Yeah.
But yeah, we still have all that other ones. Okay. Zaris waking up and hearing all this, and
Did we
especially with the. Go ahead.
accept? I don't remember.
Say that again.
David.
David.
Now David's the one that froze.
How can you tell they froze? Because the only ones I see in the camera wise is you and Ian.
That's all I see.
No, I'm just making a guess here.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
David.
There we go.
What did you say last?
What the hell?
Sounds about right.
God.
That one might have been on purpose. He may have refreshed himself.
Yeah.
Looks like.
So I say we just meet up at like either Logan or my place, and we'll use our yards, and we'll just like sit in 6 foot by 6 foot squares, and that way we can practice social distancing and play D&D.
I need a one of those hand grabber things, you know.
There you go.
Yeah, I've got the yard for it.
Yeah. I'm excited. I have a friend of mine making me masks because we're talking about opening up our facility, and I need kid-friendly masks. So she's going to make some really nerdy ones for me.
David is typing.
He's going to say, internet is down.
Well, it can't be down.
Yep, it was a good run, but I think my internet ran its course for the day.
I thought
Okay.
he had like really good internet at one point.
No, I thought it was like he was trying to run his internet. To be fair,
like-
Eric, all of our internets are not that great.
Hey,
Mine
speak
is.
for yourself. I don't seem to be having too much of an issue.
Fiber
Okay.
internet gang.
Eric, fine, I'll say it. My internet's not great, so. And Laura's internet's not great.
But I pay $200 a month for mine, so
Jesus Christ.
Woo-wee.
What the hell?
business
went
class.
forever?
I pay 50.
My
I think
last,
I pay like I pay $110.
my last throughput, because I canceled my cable TV, so I
Uh-huh.
am a cord cutter, and yeah,
I never had a cord.
with the cameras that I have in my house, my Ring security system, and all that. I think the last time I checked, I was using about 1.7 terabytes a month.
Jesus.
Hell.
Okay, so that's a great story, but I think David finally got it to where he could join us a little bit, so might want to use our time while we have it.
Yeah. All right. I mean, this is a good spot for now, I guess, as we just discuss what we plan to do. If we want to continue this in the group chat, you are all in Lucas's room discussing, you know, the who attacked you and what money you still actually have.
Jeez.
But yeah, in summary, we were talking about the blushing bride, and you guys think there might still be a hit out on you, right?
Yes, just due to the fact that somebody was following us. And, sorry, I forgot her name. Our barbarian cleric.
Rena.
Rena, thank you.
Don't worry, she forgets everything too.
Ain't it the truth?
It's 4 letters.
Yeah.
All right, so are we saying it's probably a good time to stop?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Well, it's been a blast, guys. You all have a good night.
At least we got the horses taken care of.
Yep. Now you have a cart and 2 horses.
Yep.
There we go. That'll do nicely.
Now, and you did borrow 1 gold piece.
Yes. All right, you guys have a good one. I'll talk to y'all later.
Talk to you later.
All right, night, y'all.
It's almost 10 p.m. as well.